Okay. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah. I'd like to say a big welcome to everyone on the platform right now. Thank you for joining us again today. Thank you for joining us again today. So it's been a journey of 2 weeks now. This is the third week, and so we've had 6 sessions, and today is the seventh session. The seventh session. All right, in this journey. And then I'd like to say once again that to everyone that has taken out their time to always join us in these sessions, thank you so much. And this is a the sessions are intentionally arranged, all right, to to help you, to help any school owner, to help any educationist to have a strong grasp of what it takes to uh, run a virtual learning environment, all right, to integrate digital education into uh, into the system. All right, so that's what this training is all about. All the modules, everything we have put in place in this training, all right, will help any school, will help uh, any school administrator to have a strong grasp of all it takes to achieve a successful virtual learning environment. Okay, so last week we spent time looking at digital content creation. All right, so content creation is one of the essential components of a virtual learning environment. All right, so you're going to be creating content. Right, you're going to be you have to be able to create content that you can use to engage your learners. All right, so as to ensure that learning does not stop in the walls of the classroom. Whatever they are, contents can be sent to them, all right, which could be in the form of worksheets, which could be in the form of interactive slides, not just slides. I mean interactive slides because whatever content you're sending to your learners has to be interactive, has to be engaging, all right, on the part of the learners. Contents like interactive videos, all right, like we have been talking about. All right, so we spent a lot of time last week looking at how to create interactive videos. All right, so we showed us how to use Loom, all right, to create e-notes embedded with audio visuals and also web-based notes embedded with audio visuals. All right, and we also looked at ED-Puzzle, such a wonderful tool that you can use to create interactive videos, all right, that is going to fully engage your learners, all right, and you can be sure that they don't just watch the video, but they will engage in the midst of the video and your learning outcomes will achieved. All right, so once again, I'd like to say big welcome to everyone. Please, the chat room is empty. I can't hear from you. All right, so I know I have like a number of participants here. Please, if you can hear me, can you just please drop something in the chat room? Something like hello, something like good morning, something like I'm here, something like, just let me feel your presence that you're with me in this virtual space. Okay, so please just drop something in the chat room. I'd like to hear from everyone. I'd like to hear from everyone before we move straight into today's. Oh, thank you, Victoria. Victoria is saying good morning, everyone. Thank you. I got that. I got that. Thank you so much. All right, so yeah, I'm waiting for others. Waiting for others. Please, I'd like to hear from you. Waiting for others. Yeah, please drop something in the chat room. All right, so because of the nature of this webinar, yeah, fully with you. Thank you, Hamid. Hamid Ishola, thank you. All right, so because of the nature of this, thank you. Okay, morning everyone. Okay, okay. Ari Ajia is saying, sorry if I didn't pronounce it well, is saying morning everyone. Thank you. Thank you. It's good to hear from you. All right, so David, I've not heard from David. David, I need to hear from you. Okay, great. So let's make use of the chat room. All right, for textual interaction. All right, because of the nature of this webinar, we YouTube and we would like to have as recording this as smooth as possible. All right, so yeah, bonjour tout le monde. Oh, that's awesome. we have a Frenchman, now in this virtual space. That's awesome. Thank you. Good morning to you too. All right, so you're welcome. All right, you're welcome. All right, like I said, let's make use of the chat room. So as we move on, express your thoughts. All right, whatever it is, feel free to express your thoughts. To ask questions in the chat room. I'm going to be seeing it right here, and as I see it, I'm going to respond to it immediately. All right, great. So before we move on, I'd like to launch a poll again this morning. I need to launch a poll, and that poll is all about uh, digital branding for schools. All right, if you're a school on this platform right now, all right, this poll is going to help us to know what is happening in your school, how ready you are for next session, and what we can also do to help you, all right, in setting up. So I've actually launched the poll. I've launched the poll. So you're going to see it over there. Let's begin to answer the questions. We have just like about 5 minutes or 3-4 minutes there about to take care of this now. So we want to hear from you. Oh, we have like about 5 questions there now. Check in here. That's 5 questions. Yeah. We have about 5 questions there. All right. 5 questions. So this poll is to also create an awareness of the fact that every school should be getting ready for next session, and integrating digital education is one of the preparations that needs to be put in place by every school. That needs to be put in place by every school. All right, great, good, great. Okay, so I have a response. Yes, still waiting for more. Still waiting for more. Still waiting for more. Still waiting for more. I have only one response right now. Okay, great. Thank you. Still waiting for more. Still waiting for more. Awesome. Still waiting for more. Okay. Let's have a comment. Please kindly fill the poll. Answer the questions that are there. We have just 5 questions there, right? So as it pertains to your learning environment, please kindly answer the questions so we can work on this. Okay. So awesome. Let's keep it coming. Yeah, so in the next 20 seconds thereabout, we have to end this poll so we can move forward. Okay. So we can, okay. So is your school planning to resume for the next session? Also, 3 responses here says yes. All right, we're able to have taught them in your school due to the pandemic. Yes, that's awesome. Has there been any form of training for teachers in your school to prepare them for next session? Oh, yes, great. Have you started conducting online entrance exams in your school? Okay, 2 says yes and 1 says no. Okay. Do you have any summer package or program for your learners this August? 2 says yes and 1 says no. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So, uh, okay. So, Amid, I can see your response in the chat room. I can see your response in the chat room. Okay, it's fine. It's okay. It's fine. So I'm going to end the poll right away so that we can move forward. All right. Okay, great. Good. So we have what we want, and so we're going to move forward in this session. And one of the things that we'll be starting with this morning. Okay. During the course of the last week, during last week, we had the Microsoft expert in the house. Yeah. So we talked about some things about Microsoft for education, and one of the things that's available is that with Microsoft in their education package, all right, so you can become a certified Microsoft Innovative Educator. All right, so beyond that, which I'm going to talk about quickly, is the fact that you can have access. You can actually, there's a lot of stuffs, like we have been close to the Microsoft Education Center. There's a lot of stuff that they have there, a lot of information, a lot of resources that learners, that educators need to really see. All right, that's going to equip you with necessary information, necessary techniques and tools that you need, all right, to rebrand your school for the digital transformation age that we are in. All right, so it's very important. That's what we're talking about, the Microsoft Education Center. That every school should go in there, join that community and begin to see what's happening there. There you're going to meet educators from all over the world. All right, you're going to rub minds together with people that are doing the same thing you're doing. But one thing that we see this company is the fact that whatever it is you're doing, all right, the world is a global village, and we're just separated by borders. And so that's why even here we have training partners who are not Nigerians all over the world and all of that. We have partners beyond the shores of Nigeria and all of that. So what we are saying is the fact that you need to know what is happening globally. All right, compare what you have, what is happening in other places, and see how you can upgrade, your system. Well, with certain things that happen in other places that you can just incorporate. All right, so that is what being part of the Microsoft Center for Education offers you. All right, as an educationist. All right, so it's very important. It's very important. And so last week, Mr. Sivanos dealt with that, but couldn't go deep into that because of the time. So this morning, I'm going to take a little time, all right, to lead us again to the Microsoft Education Center and tell you how you can become a certified Microsoft Innovative Educator. All right, that's a plus to you in terms of the experience, and also even in your CV, you can put it there. Right, so it shows that you are a learner and that you have a growth mindset and you want to learn, right, and you're open to learning. right, which is an important skill that every employer level is looking out for. Is looking for somebody, all right, that is open to learning, somebody that is flexible and doesn't have a fixed mindset but a growth mindset, willing to always learn. All right, so that's very important to employers. That's going to position you also for greater opportunities as you learn new skills. All right, that's upgrades you. So I'm going to go quickly into that now. Show you briefly into the Microsoft Education Center and how to become a certified Microsoft Innovative Educator and how to harness the resources that you have in the Microsoft Education Center. All right, so let's quickly get into that without wasting time. So yeah, so this is so all you have to do is just go to education.microsoft.com. So once you get to education.microsoft.com, that there, all you have to just click education.microsoft.com and you're there. That's all you need to do. And once you have that done, you are there. Okay, so now this is the education center for Microsoft. All right, so when you come here, when you get here, next you want to do is to scroll down, scroll down, and then you come to view all Microsoft Educator training. All right, so you see view courses, and then you tap this, you click that link, and then when you click the link, you have, okay, great. So this is where you have the courses. This is where you have the courses. There's a whole number of courses here. Right, these courses are really very powerful in terms of the content. All right, everybody on our team is a member of the Microsoft Education, and we are certified. Okay, so a lot of stuff here that you need to. So many courses. All right, they are very important to inform you and keep you updated as regarding education in the 21st century for you to learn from here. You know, and these courses are all free here. They are all free. And for every course you finish, all right, so you get a badge. All right, that is added to your profile in the Microsoft Education Center. All right, you get a badge to certify that you have gone through this course and you finish it. All right, so and then to become a certified Microsoft Innovative Educator, all right, all you have to do is to take courses that amounts to 1,000 points. All right, so every course has a number of points attached to it. Every course has a number of points attached to it. Okay, let's say I want to take this course now. This course is accessibility tools, meeting the needs of diverse learners. Okay, let's say I want to take this course, and I click the course, and then I'm about to take it up. Okay, so see what it shows me. It shows me this. All right. So can you see? So this course has 500 points. This course has 500 points, and then I can also see the stuffs that are available in this course that I'm going to learn from this course and all of that. See the learning objectives and all of that. Duration 1 hour. It can be less than 1 hour if you give your time to it. All right. And so when I'm ready, I just click start course. When I'm done with the course, all right, I have 500 points. And then I also have this badge, my Microsoft profile. All right. So, and then I'm done with that. I can go back again, take another course that has, a similar number of points or probably higher. But the point is, once all the courses you have done, is at least 1,000 points, you automatically qualify to be a certified Microsoft Innovative Educator. All right. So that's basically how to become a certified Microsoft Innovative Educator. All right. So that's certificate, vouch for the fact that you have started learning what stuff that the Microsoft Education Center, and then you have access to some level of information. Okay, so that is basically how to become a certified Microsoft Innovative Educator. So everyone on the platform right now, everyone that can hear me, please do this. Take up 2-3 courses, and I'm sure by the time you're done, you're already certified Microsoft Innovative Educator. And then let's hear from you. Once you have the certificate, please share it with us. Let's see your progress. And beyond getting the certificate, immerse yourself into these courses. So many, there's a wide, so many stuff you have here to learn from. So immerse yourself in these courses and learn. Just this courses, they're free courses. All right, they're free courses. So knowledge is evolving every now and then. Knowledge is evolving, so you cannot afford in this profession to stick to just what you know. We have to learn, we have to unlearn, and we have to just keep learning. We have to just keep learning. It's very important. All right, so that's the first thing I want to do in this session this morning. That's the first thing. And then secondly, last week we spent time to look at what's it called? To look at how to use ED puzzle to create interactive videos. So it's not just enough to just give videos to have videos. No, no, your videos have to be interactive. All right. And that means in the midst of the videos, you can insert quizzes, you can insert open-ended questions, you can insert multiple choice questions, you can insert a note in the midst of the video. All right. So even if you have to download the video from YouTube, all right, don't just download the video and just no. You can make every video interactive, and that's what ED puzzle offers you. All right. So in the midst of the video with ED puzzle, you can insert a lot of stuff in the midst of the video. Okay, you can have a video and then you have like 5 questions you have put in the midst of the video after certain points, at certain points, in the progression of the video, and that helps you to engage your learners in them. So that helps you to know that they have to watch the video, they have to see the content to the end. All right. So because they know there are questions they have to answer, all right, which you are going to assess on the long run. All right. Okay. So and that helps you to actively engage your learners, because one of the challenges that we have with education, whether with virtual learning or with physical learning, is learners engagement. It's learners engagement. Right, learners engagement. So, and in engaging learners, one of the things that you have to do is that when you are working with digital stuff like videos, make it interactive. Make it interactive. All right. So I'm going to be sharing with you today another tool that you can use to create some interactive stuff. All right. And today will probably be the end of digital content creation. On Wednesday, we're going to be looking into digital presentation tools. So today is going to be the last part on the digital content creation, and we're going to be sharing a particular tool with you that you can also make use of, right, in creating your content. All right, in preparing for the new normals, what is going to be the education system now. One of the things that you have to put in place as a school is that you need to understand the fact that things are not going to be the way they used to be. All right, and that's why asynchronous learning, talking about the fact that learning that happens at any time, at anywhere. Now, this is a synchronous learning. This is a synchronous learning model. Like you are here, all of you can hear me. We're together in the same place. We're together in the same virtual space. All right. When we talk about asynchronous learning, that is when after this training, you go to YouTube in the evening to go and check what we have done here, because we're actually live on YouTube now. Go to YouTube to go and check what we have done. Now, if you go to do that, you are actually still learning. All right, even though you are not here. In fact, we have observed that we have a large number of viewers on our YouTube channel than on the Zoom platform here. All right, you see, that tells you that asynchronous learning is the in thing. Right, if you're going to be able to engage your learners in your school, you must be ready to embrace asynchronous learning. Okay, so I have a response in the chat from here. I need to check that out. You said, does Microsoft issue certificates to people that complete each course? All right, for each course you finish, you have a badge. So what I said is, if your point, and I told you there's a point for each course, if your point rises to 100, to 1,000 at least, if your point rises to 1,000, then you're going to be given a certificate as a certified Microsoft Innovative Educator. All right, so I do hope that's clear. I do hope I've been able to answer that question now. Okay, yeah. Great. So as I was saying, that so in preparing this, asynchronous learning is the intent, and it has proven to be more effective. You understand? So we have a lot of people that go to YouTube to watch our videos, to check the content and all of that. That is asynchronous. They are not here, but then they are learning. You understand? So now that schools in Lagos and are going to be opening, and there are some restrictions and all of that. All right, that doesn't affect learning at all. All right, you can set up your asynchronous component, because of course I know we need to have the synchronous component and the asynchronous component in your system. All right, so in building and developing your asynchronous components, all right, these are some of the things that you can put in place to ensure that learning doesn't stop. Whenever they get to whatever they have, they continue learning at their own pace. All right. So you are not, because of course you have put some things in place, some engaging and interactive content that gets over to them, and then they are able to be engaged even more than in the physical classroom. You understand? And that's what we are projecting. That's the message that's the message we are passing across. All right. So you have to build and package your asynchronous components. All right. If schools is going to resume with all of these restrictions, all right, there's no problem. There is really no problem. All right, there's no problem. It's not a challenge. All right. All right, so somebody says, please, sir, what is the link to connect to these free lessons you are talking about? Okay, I'm going to share a YouTube link with you. right? But if you just go to YouTube and you search for EAZY-DIGI EdTech Solutions, you're going to see us there. All right. You just go to YouTube and search for EAZY-DIGI EdTech Solutions, you find us there. All of our training so far are there. Okay. So now talking about the building your asynchronous components in terms of resuming and getting ready for the next step, this is very crucial. All right. So if your learners cannot learn at a particular spot with you, all right, they can learn at their own pace. All right. And of course, this gives the learners a more sense of responsibility. That's what we're saying. These are digital techniques that needs to come into the way we engage our learners now. All right. Gone are the days of I am the teacher, I know this, they don't know this. You will be surprised. All right, because what they have to do is just go to Google and type one thing or the other. They have whatever information they need. Right. So the role of an educator as a teacher in a classroom has gone beyond just coming to explain concepts and just coming to do all of that. No, there's more to it now. There's more to it now. All right. So another tool we're going to be sharing with us today is called Nearpod. It's called Nearpod. So Nearpod is a tool that allows you to make all of your lessons interactive. With Nearpod, you can create interactive lessons. Interactivity is very essential. It has to be interactive. If it's not interactive, it's a waste of time. It has to be engaging. If it's not, it's a waste of time. All right. That means you have not been able to drive the concept into your learners successfully. That means you're failed as a teacher. All right. So Nearpod is another tool that helps you to create. Now, technology is evolving. You'll be surprised to see it's no longer the era of those slides. You create slides with PowerPoint. That era has ended. Now we have interactive slides beyond those normal slides that people create and do supervision, right? We have interactive slides. And one of the things that you can create with Nearpod, right, and other tools too, is an interactive slide. All right, a slide that contains several components, all right, that is engaged and makes your lessons very interactive. So let's get into Nearpod and let's see what you have there. Let's see what you have there. So all you have to do is you just go to your Google Chrome and you click nearpod.com. Okay, let me say again that Nearpod is available on Google Play. All right, because we know we have to deal with both phone users and laptop users. All right, so we are careful to reach everyone equally. So if you go to Google Play, you have Nearpod there. All right. So what Nearpod does is that after creating the slide, the content, all of that. All right. So it has a code. It has a code. So your learners, either with their phone or their laptop, when they go to nearpod.com, you say join a lesson. So what they are going to do is that they come here, excuse me, they click the code, and once they click the code, they are able to have access to the interactive slide you have created. They're able to have access to that. All right. So in the course of this training, Ms. Teresa, who is an education consultant from the United Arab Emirates, she's going to be coming around to share some things with us on the FAD model. All right, so please, that's why we encourage everyone to stay connected. Don't miss any session. And she's going to be using Nearpod for the presentation, which means you all will have to join the link from the Nearpod platform, right, and see the way it works, the way Nearpod works practically. All right, now this is my Nearpod dashboard. This is my Nearpod dashboard. All right, so basically what you see here, if you want to create, what's it called now? If you want to create a slide, an interactive slide on Nearpod, all right, so what you simply have is that you have, let's follow me closely. So what you have here, you see new, you see the new icon there. All right, so if you want to start creating an interactive slide, all you have to do is just come there and then you click new. Of course, you must have signed up with Nearpod. All right, so you're going to go, that's the first place you sign up. All right, so now the thing is, Nearpod has a free package. All right, and that's why the tools that we show to you are tools that we know the free package that you can use. All right, because one of the things that we are saying is that setting up a virtual learning environment is not expensive. I see many school owners that are scared, but it's not expensive. All right, there are premium packages that you can embrace and start working with immediately. There are many tools, many things that you can have, integrated into your setup as a virtual learning environment that are free. You don't have to pay for them. They also have their premium package too. If you want to pay for all of that, right? But even with the free package of this software, of this tool, there's so much you can do. There's so much you can do. There's so much you can do. And that's what we're saying this morning. There's so much you can do. So we show you free tools that are available for you to use, for you to make use of. We are setting up a virtual learning environment, and then you get started. All right. So, and then all you have to do is you just come to new. You click new. All right. So let's say I want to create something now. Yeah. So the last video. Okay, this is the last video I created. Okay, welcome to class. College, high school, online master class with Adebayo. Okay, this was the last video I created. I sent it to one of my learners. All right. So you come and you click new. So now, so when you click new, you see some options. All right, you see a lesson in Nearpod, lesson in Google Slides, lesson in video. So these are ways you can create your lesson. All right, but today let's deal with how to create a lesson in Nearpod. Let's deal with that because that is the most important. That is where you have the height of it. All right, that's where you have a lot of a wide range of components, things that you can embed in the lessons that make it more interactive. So you click lesson in Nearpod. All right, so when you click that, right, this is where it brings you to. This is where it brings you to. It brings you here. Now you're going to see that it brings you here. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. So this is the kitchen. This is the edu kitchen. If we can call it the edu kitchen. This is where you're going to cooking your stuff now. All right. So you want to create a slide. If you're familiar with Microsoft PowerPoint, all right, this shouldn't be a challenge. All right, because now I want to create a slide. I want to create sections. And now to start with, I want to create my first slide. Okay. Now there are many things you can add to each part of the slide. You can decide to add a video, you can add a slide, you can add a web content, you can add a Nearpod 3D, you can add a simulation, you can add a field trip, a virtual reality experience. That's another thing. That's another thing to talk about. You can add a BBC video, you can add a sway, you can add a slideshow, you can add a PDF file. Yeah, you can add a PDF file. You can also add an audio. All right, so to the presentation. And there are also activities that can be added. All right, you can add a time to climb is like an assessment that for every question the student answers, they are climbing. I'm telling you, when your students begin to have this kind of experience, all right, they get more connected to you as an educator. They get more connected to you as an educator, and their interest level in their subjects rises, and then you see that reflecting in their performance. All right, in the performance. A lot of teachers complain about why students are not doing well. They're trying, they're not doing this. The point is, you've just not been able to get the right tool to engage them. All right, that's the point. When you have the right tool to engage them based on their learner's type, all right, you will see them bringing the best results. All right, every child, every learner has the capacity to be excellent, depending on how they handle. Open-ended questions you can add. You can add matching pairs. You can add quizzes. You can add flip grade. You can add memory tests. You can add fill in the blanks. You can add a poll, like the Zoom poll we just add. You can add a collaborative board. You can also add a draw it where they have to draw. These are activities that can come in the midst of the slides. Awesome. And then terms of the content too, you can add various types of content. Various type of content. All right. Okay, so let's say I want to start now. All right. So basically, what I'm going to deal with here today, because there's so much to have on Nearpod, that I only talk about how you can, whatever you can do with ED puzzle, you can also do with Nearpod. Nearpod is like an advanced version of ED puzzle. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you how you can create an interactive presentation, basically an interactive video. So let's say now I want to extract a video from YouTube, and then I want to use it on my Nearpod to create an interactive lesson. Okay, so how does that happen? All right, that's just basically what I'm going to be dealing with. Okay, how you can simply use Nearpod to create an interactive video that's also embedded with some other stuff. That's basically what I will deal with today because of our time. Okay, all right. Now, so slide. I come to slide. All right, so you can use slide now to create a startup page, like the one I showed you the other time that I created. So that first page you saw, that first page that shows my name and that shows welcome to class, right? I use a slide to create that. So with a slide, I have a slide now, all right? I can easily get into that. Awesome, so yeah, and here I am. Here I am now. Okay, so this is what it looks like. This is what the slide looks like now. There you go, this is what it looks like. So you see all of this. You see background, you see layout, you see audio, you see. So now audio, I can add my voice to the slide so that when my learners about to, access the slide, so when they enter their code and they're about to, the first thing they hear is my voice. First thing they hear is my voice. All right, and that makes the lesson more engaging. oh, that's my teacher, that's Mr. Bio, something like that. All right, and then so from this point, so I can try to attach a background, like I want to give you a background. So yeah, so here, all right. So if you want to brand your school, and then you want to bring this into your school, like your school, they start using this to create their content. All right, you can create for example, Microsoft PowerPoint. You can create a picture, a PNG picture that puts the logo of your school and probably the name of your school and something like that, such that it's branded. So when every time they get a slide, they see the name of your school and they see the logo of your school, something like that, something like branded. All right, you can do that. All right. So while that is not available, all right, for now, get into that. All right, so you can also select the layout. All right, like so if I want to make it title and one element, all right, you can also be title and two elements. You can have that will restructure the say I want to have title plus one element. So I have layout now. All right, so in the themes, I can select anything from here. Which one do I want now? Okay, so let's say I want to stick to these now. Let's say I want this team, I want to work with this team. All right, so my slide is getting set. All right, now, yeah, so at this point, I can just put up something. So like you see, here's a math class. Something like that, just an introductory, in the first page, all right, or math lesson, of course, one, math lesson on algebra, something like that, you see? Yeah, so, and then I can attach an image, all right, that shows, the name of the school or something, and then, an algebra icon or something to brand the first part of the presentation that you have there. Once I'm done, and like I said, you can add the audio, and add an audio right to the front to the opening slide. All right, and add an audio. All right, and then when you do that, all you have to do next is to come and click save and exit. All right, save and exit. Okay, so let me just try to put an image there so it doesn't look just for example. So I want to try to do that now. Let me look for something I can put there. Let me just try to look for an image. Just try to look for an image, something that's to do with math, algebra, just insert for now, and I'll get something later. Just search for something now. Let me just use this. It doesn't really have to do with algebra. Let me just use this. Okay. Okay. So once I have this, yeah, I can actually preview to see what it looks like. Click preview. Does it give me what I want? Okay. If it does, I leave. If it doesn't, I can go back and do some resizing and all of that, just to get what I actually want in the picture. All right. So I think this is better for me. Yeah, I think I'm more comfortable with this. Yeah. So you see what I'm talking about. All right. So anybody that comes across this slide, so EAZY-DIGI tutors. Okay. Oh, EAZY-DIGI people. Okay. And all of that. So once I'm done, I click save and exit. All right. Yeah. Great. So save. Save now. Save. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna save. It's gonna save. All right. So now that I have that there, I can add my next slide. So now I want to import an interactive video. I want to import a video from YouTube rather, and then I want to make it interactive using Nearpod. All right. So great. I want to add a slide, and then it's gonna be a video that I want to add, and let's see how to achieve that. Let's see how that happens. Okay. So when you make a video, this is what happens. It's loading. So there are quite a number of videos. You can check out some of the videos on Nearpod too and see if they are free. All right, so they have some videos that are free that you probably don't need to pay for, and there's some other videos that are not free. All right, so you can check out videos here based on the subjects. All right, click the subjects and then also select the standard. All right, so for year in Nigeria, you may not want to, you may not have to bother about that. So but then you click this and click the grade. And the kind of resource type. Do you want it to be an assessment, a skill builder, a full lesson, a virtual reality experience? So you can select from, but preferably for now, because of what I want to explain here, I'll just click YouTube. All right. Then if you have a video that you created, let's say a video you created with Loom and something, you can upload the video by using upload the video. All right. Yeah. Okay. So that makes your content more original. All right. So we'll talk about creativity here. Teachers need to be creative. All right. But then you can just go to YouTube, which is what I want to do here now. All right. Okay. So, but then please, we encourage creativity a lot in your presentations. All right. You can record, you know, a quality video, and then you import it. All right. So your learners are going to be, they're going to be seeing you talking all of that. And in the midst of the video, you fit in, you know, assessments. You fit in quizzes, questions in the midst of the video. All right. You know, that creates a stronger connection. All right. Than even probably using a YouTube video. But for the purpose of dynamism, you know, to make your presentation dynamic, all right, you may once in a while want to also chip in YouTube videos that has the content that you want to work with, all right, and then you insert your questions to make them interactive. Okay, so here am I now on YouTube, basic algebra. I come to put basic algebra, and then I hit the search button. Okay, so I've got a lot of things here. I've got a lot of stuff here. Quite a number of them. Okay, so algebra for beginners and okay, I think I want to work this. Yeah, I think I want to stick to this. Let me just use this. And once I'm done, I click it. Okay, I'm going to click it. And then once I click it, it's going to send the video right. It's going to send the video right into Nearpod for me. All right, so that's the next thing that's going to happen right here. Just going to send it. Just going to send it. It's going to send it. So, but then while you wait for that as well, you can as well preview the video content to see what is there, to be sure of the content before you even send it. All right, you can actually do that. Just a preview video content, you know. So while we're still here, feel free to ask your questions, to share your thoughts as we move on. What do you think about what we're doing here? All right, if it excites you, share your excitement. All right, if it's something you think, oh, I need to start using this, why not? Let's go ahead, share it. If you have a question, please make use of the chat room and let's hear from you. It's been quiet for a while in the chat room. I can hear from you all. I'd like to hear from you. And if you're watching, if you're reaching us live on YouTube, if you're watching us right now on YouTube, all right, please feel free to drop your comments. Drop your comments in the chat room. All right, so we're going to respond to it. Drop your questions in the chat room. We're also going to respond to it and make sure that your questions are answered. All right, we'd like to hear from you. We need a lot of people watching us right now from YouTube, so we'd like to hear from YouTube. We'd like to hear from YouTube. Thank you very much. All right, subscribe to the channel so you can get updates on all of our trainings. And then any question, any comments, forward it there, and we're glad to hear from you. Okay, why this is taking so much of time now? Great.
With a very basic one.
Great.
Let's say that x plus 4 is equal to 9.
Okay. So
what is the value of x?
So what I have here. Yeah, I like that. So I can just move ahead with this now. I can move ahead with this now. I can get on with this. So once I'm done, I click save. So after I select the video and I'm sure of the content, okay, wait, let's select save. Yeah, so the Nearpod, we haven't found the Nearpod. Okay, so there's some feedback in the chat room. Okay, let's see what that is. Okay, certainly students will be actively involved. Okay, thank you, Amit, for that feedback. So the learners need to download the Nearpod app to join the teachers' Nearpod lesson. Of course, it's a two-way thing. So just from their phone, they can just go through the web to nearpod.com and click join a lesson and enter the lesson code. Every lesson has a code. Every lesson you create on Nearpod has a code. All right. So, or to make it easy, they can just download the Nearpod app on Google Play. So when they download the Nearpod app on Google Play, all they have to do is to just open the app, enter their code, and they're on. So that's the way it works. That's the way it works. Thank you, Victoria. Thank you, Ami, for the feedback and the chat room. I have you with me. Okay, so now this is the next thing you have. This is the next thing you have. Right, you can see the video, the YouTube video now on Nearpod right now, and see add activity. All right, so let me play the video. Let me see where I want to add my first activity now. All right, so the video is going to play, and then I try to see where I can add my first activity. All right, it's best advice to put an activity at the end of the explanation of the concept. All right, so that you can immediately check to see if the learner understand. And the good thing is that if the learners, while watching the video, don't understand it, they can rewind the video, they can go back, they can pause and go back. All right. So that is a surface. So the learner can go through it until he or she is able to understand the concept. He or she has answered that question. All right. After that particular concept that has been explained, videos will come up now. And let me say this. This video you see here is something you can create.
In this video, we're going to talk about solving basic equations. So let's start with a very basic one. Let's say that x plus 4 is equal to 9. What is the value of x? So what number plus 4 is 9? Well, we know that 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. So therefore, x has to be equal to 5. In this video, we're going to talk about solving. Now, to show your work, what you need to do is you need to perform the opposite of addition. The opposite of addition is subtraction. So if we subtract both sides by 4, notice that we'll get the answer. Negative 4 plus 4 is 0, so these two cancel. And 9 minus 4 is 5, so x is equal to 5.
So at this point, right now, I want to add an answer. So once it got there, I saw that the explanation has been done, the concept has been explained. Next I want to do is to add a question, all right? A multiple choice question now, all right? So, and then so once I click that, it brings me here where I can add my question, all right? So my question is going to be, if y plus 3 equals to 10, find the value of y. Find the value of y. That's the question, find the value of y. And then now the options. Okay, so what's my first? Let's say I want to just put 13, which is the wrong answer. And then I put 7, which is the right answer. So I have to select the right answer. So I want this, there's a circle with the mark there. All right, this is my right answer. I click this. So I've selected the right answer. And then you can have more than 2 options if you want to. If you want to have 4 or 5 options, you can have them there. All right, all you have to do is just come and click add answer. If you add answer, you have more options there. All right, so once I'm done, and then here I put save. I put save. So now activity added. So once I put save, that activity is added. So when my learners open this slide, all right, so once they get to that particular point, all right, they have to answer that question on in the video. So because of time, I'm going to just save the video now. I can actually add more questions like that in the videos. Can add more questions. Okay. All right, so Veronica said no audio sound. Okay, I hope you were able to hear afterwards. I do hope you will hear afterwards. Okay, so now back to the kitchen, back to the Educator, where I was doing the cooking. You know, so you can see I have the first thing I put there, and then I also have the second thing which was the interactive video. All right. So because of time, let's say I want to just end it here, and I want to end it here. I can decide to just put a last, put one more slide, you know, and that says, "Hope you enjoyed the class. We'll see you again in the next class." Something like that to just add to it, you know. But because of time, I don't want to do that. I want to just save this and exit this premise now. And you can also preview what you've done. You want to just to check what you've done. You want to just see it, how it looks like all through. You can preview the entire slide you've created. And of course, you see this is an advanced version. You know, EAZY-DIGI doesn't offer you some of these things. All right, so that makes it lovely. Okay, generating preview. So it's trying to compress and put everything together. Whereas this is what your students will see at their end. This is what your students will see. Okay, so you see math lesson on algebra. That's what you will see. So okay, yeah, good. Okay, so this is what they see. So when they play the video, they see this and you know, go and go and go. And then once it gets to this point where there's the assessment, they have to answer the question to move on. All right. So once they're done, all right, that's the end of it. And then you're going to receive a feedback in your. So that's why as a teacher, you must have created an account with Nearpod. Right. So for every response, for every questions they answer, you're going to get the feedback in your account, in your dashboard, to show that they have taken it up. Okay, so we have to go now. We have to go. We have to go. All right. One thing we are doing right now is that we are helping schools to set up an integrated and affordable virtual learning environment. All right. So if you're a school owner, all right, and you're thinking of the fact that, oh, how are you going to achieve this? This is what we are saying. It is easy. And that's why the name of our company is EAZY-DIGI. It is easy. It's not difficult. All right. Then we show you a simplified approach. All right. To it. It's something we have built. We call it simplified integration models. All right. So this is a combination of several tools that you can use to have a branded and unique virtual learning environment. All right. We have I can't mention names now. Give number now. All right. Tools that we have in our digital toolbox. All right. The tools that we share with you in this training are just a few. They are just a very few compared to what we have in our digital toolbox. All right. Okay. So, but you can reach out to us. All right. You can just if you're in the WhatsApp platform, we sent a code there. All right. So you can hit the link, fill the information there, and let's talk. Let's discuss about how we can get you started for a virtual learning environment. All right. If you have a virtual learning environment already and you want to have something better, all right, why not reach out to us? Let's talk. Let's show you some more tools and some more advanced tools and techniques that you can incorporate into that you can embrace, put in your system, and add more standard to what you have at the moment. All right. So setting up a virtual learning environment is not difficult. It's not expensive. Reach out to us. Let's talk. All right, and we'll get you started. All right. Learning doesn't have to end because of whatsoever reason. All right. We'll help you build and develop your asynchronous component to ensure that you're able to reach your learners equally. All right. Then our next session is going to be on Wednesday. All right. We still have like 5 more sessions to go in this summer training. All right. So please stay connected. Once again, I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone that has stayed with us this far. Thank you, everyone on the Zoom platform, everyone watching from YouTube. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Very important to us is the feedback. We want to hear from you, please. We want to hear from you. Tell us what you think about what we're doing. We want to hear from you. Do you want to set up a virtual learning environment? Please reach out to us. We'd like to hear from you. So once again, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that has joined us today. Thank you, and I will see you again on Wednesday by 10 a.m. Thank you. 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 All right. So we'll take other questions on the WhatsApp platform. Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll see you later.